I'm gonna start back at 1. No, this Mark 3:1.
Go ahead.
He entered again to the synagogue, and there was a man there which had a withered hand.
Go ahead.
And they watched him whether he would heal him on the Sabbath day, that they might accuse him.
Go ahead.
And he said unto the man which had the withered hand, stand forth. And he said unto them, is it lawful to do good on the Sabbath day, or to do evil, to save life, or to kill? But they held their peace.
Yeah, they ain't had nothing to say because they were jammed up. So you jammed them up, man. They ain't even know how to answer. They were jealous of him, man. They envied him. Go ahead.
Verse 5. And when he had looked around about,
and let's see if he got one emotion. You know what I'm saying? Love, love, love. Let's see what he. Right here.
And when he had looked round about on them with anger.
Oh! You mean to tell me that's who the word Edom called Jesus? Angry?
I love everybody. That's wrong. That's a typo.
You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, look up the word angry. Because you got to go to the Greek. Look up the word angry. So they say that all he was talking about was love, love, love. You mean to tell me he didn't get angry? Well, according to the scriptures, he was angry right there.
Now there was.
That's what the scriptures say.
Hey.
That's what the scriptures say. He was angry. He looked around. He was angry.
Man wrote that.
Yeah, that was
read by man.
This is Mark. In the blue letter, this is Mark 3 and 5 for the word anger. It is Greek 3709. It says orga.
Yeah.
Orge.
Hey, if you got to do it like that, bro, do it like that. You know what I'm saying?
Orge.
Hey, it's all for edification. If you got to do it like that, do it like that so you get the correct pronunciation. Right?
God.
Don't be afraid, bro.
God.
Go ahead.
The Strong's definition, it says properly, desire as reaching forward or excitement of the mind. It says violent passion.
Violent passion.
That's love, right?
Violent passion.
That's love, right?
Tough love. Tell him.
And passion, matter of fact, I'm finna show you something. Look up the word passion in the etymology. Watch this here. Watch this here. Look up the word passion. He was in pain, man. He was angry in his pain. He was like, man. All right, we gonna see what the word passion means in the etymology.
All right. This is online etymology. The word passion, it says sufferings of Christ on the cross.
Hey, so he was angry, right? He was in pain, man. He was suffering. He was like, man, fuck you. Look how they watching me, man. Look how they coming against me. He was angry. But you supposed to love. Alright, look, you supposed to love everybody when they acting like that towards you. Why was he angry? If that was the case. Why? If it was all love, 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 he had one emotion. See, you people don't deal with the reality of the scriptures. The truth. You come up with your own vain opinion and what you think. You add to the scriptures. Go ahead.
False balance.
Yeah, that's what they do. But see, what's happening is, see, when you people come up, right? You say whatever you gotta say, your opinion. Or when you make a video trying to go against the brother GMS, we look up everything, man.
Right.
If we ain't looking it up in this camp, another brother in another camp watching the video, looking it up. We looking up everything, man. Crushing all that false doctrine, all your opinions, man. We looking up everything. Like I said, if a brother ain't looking it up in this camp, watching the video with somebody that said, they looking up in another camp.
Right.
And they doing a video on it. They're crushing. Go ahead.
It says passion, physical suffering, says suffering, enduring.
That's what passion means, suffering, man. He was suffering in anger. Okay?
It says to suffer, endure, to hurt.
There you go. Now go back and read the definition for the word anger. And yeah. So we know what the word passion means. Because they think passion means love. You see? We left that alone. They're saying, well, that was love. No, you don't know what the word means actually. You see?
That's right. It says violent passion or justifiable abhorrence.
That hate. Abhor means to hate.
Right.
Justifiable hate. Because when you look up abhor, it means to hate, man.
Right.
When you go to the freedictionary.com and you look up the word abhor, it means to hate, man. That's what it means. So he was looking at them with anger and hatred, man. And he was suffering behind how Israel was treated.
Right.
Go ahead.
It says by implication, punishment, anger, indignation, vengeance, wrath.
All right, man, you can't get around that, man. So he was actually angry, man. Go ahead.
Blue letter 1, it says anger, the natural disposition, temper, character. 2, movement or agitation of the soul, impulse, desire, any violent emotion, but especially anger.
All right, man, you can't get around that, man. But go back and read the scripture, and that word anger in there.
I got you. Now this Mark 3 and 5. And when he had looked round about on them with anger, being grieved with the hardness of their hearts, he saith unto the man, stretch forth thine hand. And he stretched it out, and his hand was restored whole as the other.
Yeah, because they were watching him, man. And if he was doing something wrong, he was angry behind that, man. That was accusing him of trying to catch him up as he was doing something wrong. So he was angry, man. He got pissed off the same way we get pissed off.
Right.
When Jake come up here and say, we gonna call the police on you, buck up against the scriptures and tell us we wrong, we get angry, man. Because you looking at us like we doing something wrong. But we know you blinded, but we get angry. So are we in the spirit of Yahweh Shemel Shai? Yes. The scriptures say, be angry and sin not. That's in Ephesians. Go ahead.
Verse 6. And the Pharisees went forth and straightway took counsel with the Herodians.
Slow down. Slow down, right down. Yeah, Herodians.
That's right.
Now, who are those guys? Read that again. Now, read that slow, because you said counsel. They took counsel. Read that again.
This Mark 3 and 6.
Right.
And the Pharisees went forth and straightway took counsel with the Herodians.
So, you mean to tell me our people are going to a whole nother nation and taking counsel against who the world ignorantly calls Jesus?
Come.
That's what they doing. What that word counsel mean?
Counsel. Counsel is Greek 4824. It's a Greek word. Sombelion. Advisement. Deliberative. That is excessive or late court. Consolation. Counsel. Counsel which is given, taken, enter, upon, consult, deliberate.
So they went to the Edomites to consult about the Lord. Our people, the Pharisees, which they was wicked. So did 2/3 sell out? Yes. Did you always have 2/3 selling out? Yes. So is it a surprise to us that 2/3 would go to Esau to try to overthrow us?
No.
No. It's not a surprise. You see? It's not a surprise. Was it a surprise that Negro last week come over here scoffing like that? Was it a surprise to us? No.
It's Mark 3 and 6. And the Pharisees went forth straightway and took counsel with the Herodians against him.
Now, Herodians, matter of fact,
That's right.
up in here. Now, Herodians go back to Antipater, okay? And Antipater, when you Google Antipater, right? He's an Edomite. Antipater, the Edomite. You can just type that in. I mean, Antipater, the Idumean. You can type that in. The Idumea is a Greek way of saying Edom. So he was an Edomite. Antipater was an Edomite. And Herod was an Edomite.
Oh.
Okay? He was an Idumean, right? And we look this up. Herod, right? And I got something else for you, just in case you try to slide it in there about Antipater. Or Antipaeus. Right? Let me see if I can find Herod real quick. You know,
I know, I'm gonna go.
oh boy. Well, go ahead and read it. I'll find it.
If you look in the blue letter,
Yeah, the water.
it says 2264. In the blue letter it says the name of a royal family that flourished among the Jews in the time of Yahushua and his apostles. Herod the Greek was the son of Antipater of Idumea.
Antipater of Idumea. Now, the water. Now, Idumea, which we were reading in the Maccabees, right? They had fortified the wall when they were celebrating Hanukkah against Idumea. That's a Greek way of saying Edom. Now, going into the New Testament, was the Edomites around? Yes. Did Israel take counsel with the Edomites to come against the Lord? Yes. Okay, and then Herod was the son of Antipater, right? And Antipater, another way of saying his name is Antipaeus, right? And they would try to say, okay, well, if his name Antipaeus, what about what it says about Antipaeus in Revelation, the 2nd chapter, and around the 13th verse, if anybody want to get it. Yeah.
This is Revelations chapter 2 and 13. I know thy works and where thou dwellest, even where Satan's seat is. Even where Satan's seat is.
Right. And now this going into the churches. This going into one of the churches that was over there in Asia Minor. And this is Yahushua speaking. He said, look, I know thy works, and I know what Satan's seat is. You know, that's what he was explaining. Go ahead.
It says, I know thy works and where thou dwellest, even where Satan's seat is.
Go ahead.
And thou holdest fast my name, and has not denied my faith. Even in those days where Antipaeus.
See? Because that's another way of saying Antipater. Okay? Antipaeus. It's another way of saying Antipater. To prove it, here you go right here. Now, look up the word Antipater, Antipaeus, right there in the blue letter. And we're going to read this out of
This is the Zondervan
2 and 13.
This is the Zondervan Compact Bible Dictionary on page 47. The word Antipaeus, a contraction of Antipater, one, an early Christian martyr of Pergamum. Revelations 2 and 13.
So in Pergamum, that church, Antipas was there, and that was an actual Israelite. He just had a Greek name. So you can't say Antipater, and Antipas is the same person, because one is an Edomite and the other one is an Israelite. Okay? So that's the trickery that these devils are trying to throw in there if you unlearn. Okay? But that's a nugget for you brothers who's watching. Show them that. Show them. Okay. What page you on? That's how to say it if it comes back by the dictionary.
Highlighted part.
Because if they research Herod, that's what it's going to go back to. Antipater. And Antipater was an Idumea. And the Idumea is the Greek word of saying Edomite. And the Herodians were Edomites. Okay?
Greek right there, 493, Antipas. It says, blue letter, a Christian of Pergamos who suffered martyrdom.
See? A Christian of Pergamos who suffered martyrdom. So he was put to death. And the Christian was the Israelites. Right? Give me Acts 11 and 26. Not no other nation. They ain't no real Christians. The Christians of this world right now, the world we in it, they bugged out. They not anointed.
This is Acts 11 and 26. And when he had found him, he brought him unto Antioch, and it came to pass that the whole year that they assembled themselves with the church and taught much people. And the disciples were called Christians first in Antioch.
There you go. Read it again so they can get it, because they're going to say you made it up.
This Acts 11 and 26. And when he had found him, he brought him unto Antioch. And it came to pass that a whole year they assembled themselves with the church and taught much people. And the disciples were called Christians first in Antioch.
Disciples. Right? So go back to Mark, the 3rd chapter.
All right, this Mark 3 and 5. Right. And when he had looked round about on them with anger, being grieved with the hardness of their hearts, he said, I was there with the Father.
No, you good. That's good.
Okay, the hardness of their hearts, he said unto the man, stretch forth thine hand. And he stretched it out, and his hand was restored whole and up. Verse 6. And the Pharisees went forth and straightway took counsel with the Herodians against him.
So we don't marvel at if you get an Israelite, right, on your show, and y'all debate the scriptures, and y'all come to agreements that the so-called white man, according to the Bible, which we know he's not going to be saved, but that's what a 2/3 is saying. Okay, that's what a 2/3 say he can be saved. Okay, saying the Edomite can be saved. That's pure madness, man. That's pure madness. Not according to the Bible. That's your own private interpretation. So you taking counsel with an Edomite to try to bamboozle other Israelites. We don't marvel at that, because they came against Yahushua. 2/3 came against Yahushua. They took counsel. We don't marvel at that. We laugh, because we know through prophecy Yahweh Yahushua is not going to lose none of his elect.
That's right.
We know that. Go ahead.
He said, and the Pharisees went forth and straightway took counsel with the Herodians.
Yeah, like Bubble Eye. From GOCC, Ricard. Bubble Eye Blackfish, we call them Bubble Eye. From GOCC, Ricard. Right? According to them, they'll say Edomites can be saved. They can be grafted in. That's pure madness.
Oh.
When you look up the word grafted in Romans 11 chapter, that means descendant. When you look it up. Okay? You don't understand the breakdown of Romans 11 chapter. Because if you did, you would know that GOCC is going off. There's nowhere in the scriptures that GOCC is accurate talking about Edomites can be saved. No, it's over with. They're going to be in the